Brought to you by the Ramsey Network app. Download today to go further with Ramsey.
So I've got a bit of a strange problem here.
Perfect. Jade loves strange problems.
I love weird problems.
Perfect. It might not sound so strange once I explain it. I'm 25 years old. I own my own home. I built a construction company. I make about $130,000 a year, and I've got a real proclivity for building my income, building my business, building my personal wealth over time.
Great.
And one of the things I'm really struggling with, and I'm looking for a non-biased opinion because you know how friends are. They're great, but, you know, you can only get so much. I'm looking for any sort of advice on how to select a partner who's not remotely interested in my position in life.
When you
because
say,
we have a lot of,
are you talking about business partner or romantic partner?
Romantic partner.
Got you.
Your position in life. I mean,
It's just at 25, I'm doing fairly well.
Tell us what that means. What's your net worth?
Net worth. Like, are you saying my business net worth, or if I were to liquidate all
you don't
my
have
assets?
that much, my friend.
You
If you can't answer that question, I appreciate where you're at, young man. You said you're 25 and you have a proclivity. Great word, by the way.
Yeah, wonderful vocabulary.
I'm a big fan of proclivity. Just used it twice there because I like the way it sounds. To make a lot of money and all this kind of stuff. No, we don't know that. You're 25. I appreciate your confidence, but if the question is, how do I make sure I find a girlfriend who's not into me for my position in life? I go, well, I don't know that I want to find a woman who's not interested in my position, because that position in life, the way I'm hearing that is, you got to provide. Position leads to provision, Jay.
Come on. Okay, Ken, you're right. And
so, I mean,
yeah, you're right.
not in a place, my friend, where you're worried about gold diggers unless you're hanging out in the trailer park. Are you dating women that are in poverty situations?
I try not to, but they pop up.
Well,
okay, so listen,
You know
this
how
is
it
good.
goes.
Listen. If you are dating, I got to be very careful how I say this, but I'm going to answer
for the gold,
question.
Ken.
I got you here to correct me, but
Maybe I ought to say it.
No, let me say it.
Okay.
If I'm trying to, I'm channeling Stacy right now.
Okay.
Make sure my wife is right beside me, and I'm thinking, what would Stacy want me to say? Okay, because she's a good woman. If a woman who is in poverty pops up into your dating life, I don't have a problem with that. People deserve dignity, and there's lots of great women and lovely women and lovely men who come from poverty. So I'm not saying cancel it out. However, if a person from poverty pops up in your dating life, as you begin to date them, you should have some discernment there to go, am I a ticket out?
Yeah.
And so you just have to have some extra judgment and discernment there. I wouldn't cancel them out, but at the same time, I wouldn't necessarily be, hanging out in those areas either. So I'm trying to walk the fence there.
I think it
I just
goes
think this
both
is a
ways,
problem
Ken.
he doesn't need to be worried about.
I don't think it is a problem. I think it goes both ways. The same way you are, all that stuff matters, to your point. Your station in life, your work ethic, what you're accomplishing, that's part of the resume.
Yeah.
The personal resume. And so the same way that you have built a personal resume that people will learn about as they get to meet you, you will learn about their personal resume as you meet them and learn about them. And you get to decide who gets the position based off of their personal resume. And so there's nothing wrong with that. You opened up the call talking about this was a strange or weird problem, and I don't think it's strange at all. I think it's just part of everyday life when you meet somebody and you get to decide, okay, is this person going to be somebody that I'm going to be friends with, or is this person going to be somebody that I date long term?
Have you had a lady, you said that this has popped up a few times. So have you had someone that has come from extreme poverty that has dated you and you felt like they were only dating you because you were a meal ticket out?
Yes, it's happened to me more than once.
How did you know? Tell us. Be very specific. How'd you know? When did you know that she was only after you for your money?
It happened a couple of months in, about 3 months in. I noticed at first she was very big on balance as far as our personal time and psychological investments. You know, we're able to talk and work things and figure stuff out between us as people.
Okay.
But as time goes on, it turns more into what kind of life you can provide for me and my future children, and there's no reciprocation besides physical, which is, to me is, you know, it's got a value, but
I'm not sure
the greatest value in the world.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not sure I understand. I want to understand.
I agree. You're not being specific enough.
There's part of it that I think it is part of the conversation. Maybe, and I don't know. You were there. I was not there. Maybe she's saying, "Hey, here's what I'm looking for in life. These are what I consider gender roles. I would love to be in a relationship where maybe the guy works, maybe I stay at home with the kids." She could just be sharing that that's something that she's looking for. Did I miss it? Or
I think she's right. Josh, did she say, "I want you to buy me this and buy me that"? And I mean, was it very obvious, or is this just a young lady talking about what life might look like?
In separate instances, it's been both.
Well, you're worried about stuff you shouldn't be worried about on that. Let me put it this way, Jade. When you and Sam got serious,
you don't want to ask me this
yes,
question.
I do. What were you thinking? Like, what were you wondering about Sam?
My exact words were, "You got to come correct." Those were my exact words, meaning I have a high standard of work ethic and what we both do.
Did you ask him about his professional future and what he thought he was going to do with his life?
I could see it.
Okay, but my point is you were interested in it.
I was interested. I'm like, listen, I'm a go-getter. You're a go-getter. Like, everything we do 100%. Like, that was the standard. It's like, if you're going to be around me, you got to come correct because I'm an intense person. Yeah. And so that was that on that.
All right. So all right. I'm putting Josh on hold here. I said what I said. What's your dating? I think he needs to be in better pools.
He probably needs to be in better pools. I also think that, and I don't say this to be, there's no salt or shade on this. I do think that he's viewing himself in a light that's a little bit puffy.
100%.
And so I think that if he just kind of chills a little bit, everybody's not after him. Yeah. You're doing well, but you've not You
don't have a proclivity to build wealth yet. You're 25.
Yeah.
Can I just say that?
Yes.
I mean, come on, man. So
you're doing well, but
relax.
out.
Yeah, relax. Use your discernment and get a good group of friends who can discern on the ladies for you. That always helps. This is The Ramsey Show. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by the Ramsey Network app. Download today to go further with Ramsey.